Hello, beautiful people. It's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video. This is from Anna Oop, and this is titled, or this is about Kanye West and Jeffree Star. We're gonna check it together, and I'll love your thoughts and your contribution in the comments below. Let's dive right in.
Usually, the things that I like the most are controversial to other people.
You know, it's hard. It's like co-parenting. It's really hard, you know? And like,
you're not co-parenting with just anyone.
yeah.
For the quietest.
No, Kanye West and Jeffree Star got together. I knew it.
Y'all, actual footage of Kanye West and Jeffree Star together just hit the internet, and Kim Kardashian is reportedly so over it with this man, always embarrassing her and the kids. Like, this isn't just another one of those weird internet rumors that people can laugh off anymore. This time it is real, and Jeffree Star has in fact confirmed that they had a thing going. The timing, the receipts, the history, it all lines up. And honestly, the internet has barely recovered from Kanye's latest confession about getting with his cousin back in the day. But believe me when I tell you that this new development with Jeffree Star just blew everything else wide open. Buckle up and let's get right into it.
So Jeffree Star did sleep with Kanye West? Let's talk about that and more involving the very popular and problematic influencer.
First of all, Kanye West has been on a downward spiral for a minute now, but these past few weeks have been one public meltdown after another. Like, not so long ago when he was out here in a Nazi cosplay, disturbing confessions in his music, and now this viral clip that's got everybody talking. In a newly surfaced video, Kanye appears way too cozy with Jeffree Star out in Wyoming, and when I say cozy, I mean body language, eye contact, tension. Like, it is giving something way deeper than just a run-in at a ranch. What makes this so wild is that the Kanye and Jeffree rumor isn't even new. It actually exploded back in 2021, but back then, everyone just brushed it off as some weird TikTok stunt. Jeffree even played along, low-key fueling the flames, but never gave a straight answer.
I guess allegedly Jeffree Star has been sleeping with Kanye West, and that's why they're getting a divorce. Goodbye.
Fast forward to now, and we've got actual footage. Plus, Jeffree himself confirming they were involved. Like, he straight up said the rumors were true. No cryptic tweets, just a plain and simple confirmation that they had a moment. And when you line this up with what Kanye has been admitting to in his lyrics lately, it's like the puzzle pieces are clicking into place. And let's not forget, this allegedly went down while Kanye was still married to Kim, which brings us all.
First of all, what we just saw is the rumors were true or are true or whatever. Nobody really knows exactly what he was saying or talking about. Now, this is the problem with rumors and people spreading all of this like wildfire. Did he actually state it? I want to see that part where he actually stated it that and mentioned Ye's name, obviously. But people be like just jumped into the conclusion or jumped down to say, oh yeah, this is what he's saying. How do you guys even know that this was what he was saying? Did he retweet or re-X? How they call the X thing or whatever? Did he really do that? It's just people.
To that moment. The infamous car photo of Kim sobbing her heart out next to Kanye. At the time, nobody knew why she was crying like that. Like, we had seen her cry on TV, sure, but this was different. This was raw, off-camera, real-life pain. And now, with Jeffree's confession and everything Kanye has been putting out in public, fans are convinced that this is the exact moment Kim found out. The vibe between them in that pic is tense. Like, she had just pumped into some disturbing info that had her whole world flipped upside down. And honestly, if she found out that her husband was cheating, and not just cheating, but allegedly with Jeffree Star, I can't even blame her.
You okay?
it's not okay.
But here's where it gets deeper, because it's not just about Jeffree. People online are now pulling old receipts proving that this might not have been a one-time thing. There's been speculation about Kanye's close relationships with the late Virgil Abloh, and even whispers about Diddy being in the mix. Now that I think about it, this could be the reason why Ye still supports Diddy, even at a time when the entire industry wants nothing to do with Diddy. So the kind of mess that we're referring to here is both messy and layered, and it has started a huge conversation about Kanye's identity, his mental state, and what really happened behind the scenes of one of the most public celebrity breakups ever. If this is what Kim had been dealing with behind closed doors, whew, no wonder she eventually snapped.
It sucks, you know, when someone doesn't see how different they are. You'll always, like, hope that you'll see a glimpse of them. And, like, I hope I do.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Azalea Banks, because now she leaked some tea about Kanye hiding in the closet, but people never thought much of it. So Azalea has always had a rep for knowing a little too much about the industry, and whether you love her or can't stand her, you cannot deny that when she talks, the streets listen. Not long ago, she blew the lid off on some wild claims involving Kanye West, and honestly, it has spiraled into something darker than anyone expected. So allegedly, Azalea dropped a bomb saying that Kanye and the late fashion designer Virgil Abloh were more than just creative collaborators. She says they were were lovers. Then she took it further, claiming that Elon Musk once, well, got intimate with Ye while he was high on ketamine. If that wasn't shocking enough, she casually tossed out that Kanye might be on one of Diddy's infamous party tapes, you know, the ones that people whisper about but no one ever confirms. And it doesn't stop there. Azalea listed off reactions from big names like Jay-Z, Trump, Travis Scott, and Drake, painting a bizarre picture of the behind-the-scenes moments that sound more like a twisted movie than real life. But listen, even if half of that is crap, what's got everyone's head spinning isn't just the celeb name drops. It's what she's implying about Kanye's sexuality and private behavior. She wrote, Kanye and Virgil were lovers. Elon def got some head from Kanye off that ketamine. Kanye is on one of them Diddy tapes. Jay-Z was like, no homo. Trump was like, no homo. Drake was like, no, thank you. Andrew hit him with the strap. Kim thought she could, but vomited on his back and started crying. Chris yelled, cut. I told y'all Azalea's bombshell was a crazy one because she is kind of mentioning all the people Ye has allegedly been with, and the names dropped are troubling. If we're being honest, the whispers about Kanye liking it back there aren't new. For years now, people joked about it like it was just a wild kink, like he was just freaky and all. Nobody really thought it meant anything deeper, just another rich dude with a left field fetish. But Azalea isn't suggesting that it's just a kink. It's probably part of a much bigger, messier truth. And here's where things get deeply disturbing. All those wild rumors would have probably been brushed off if not for the lyrics Kanye dropped recently. In a track allegedly titled Cousins, Ye talks about giving oral to his own cousin. And depending on who you ask, this reportedly started when he was as young as 7, while other sources claim he was around 14. Either way, it is stomach turning, not just because of the ages involved, but because it's his cousin who, by the way, was younger than him. Y'all, incest is not just taboo. It is literally illegal in all 50 states for a reason. Morally, legally, spiritually, it is a hard no.
That part. Incest. Him and his cousin. But again, who knows? Whatever his sexuality is. Because, you know, in Hollywood, obviously, they push narratives or whatever agenda. And maybe, he just likes it like that in the private and he doesn't like it to be in public. Who knows? And maybe eventually it is time for him to give in, allegedly. But again, let's just be honest. You and your cousin doing something, whether true or not, fictional, not true, not fictional, fantasy or whatever, it is called incest. First cousin, second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin, fifth cousin, sixth cousin, seventh cousin, eighth cousin, ninth cousin, 10th cousin. Incest. Incest. Don't go there. Please stay away. Away. Just the truth. But yeah, I want to believe that it is fictional. But if it's fictional, it is more troubling. It is troubling. Check with spiritual counselor. You need it. That is the truth.
And the fact that Kanye openly admitted this in his music has left the internet in a full meltdown. Fans are in disbelief, and even the ones who used to root for him are saying, no, this is not art, this is trauma. And yet, here's Kanye literally doing a whole song spilling that he gave his own younger cousin head. Then, to add even more confusion, Kanye posted something online trying to explain the song, talking about how he and his cousin got exposed to adult magazines too young and how it might have affected their behavior, and how his cousin later ended up in jail for unaliving a pregnant woman. It's a lot, like way too much to process. As always, Kanye broke it all down on X, saying, this song called Cousin about my cousin that's locked in jail for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin till I was 14. Whew! I don't know about y'all, but this is the kind of secret I would take to the grave. Not something I would rap about, post about, or try to dress up as a deep metaphor. It is heavy and traumatic. Not to mention, maybe this cousin in question wasn't ready for this kind of info about him to be leaked to the public. Unfortunately, no one takes anything serious on social media nowadays, so in a sad turn of events, people have turned this confession into memes and GIFs. This one was captioned, Kanye West leaving his cousin's house. There have been quite a number of disturbing memes all over the internet since he released that song. So yeah, Azalea's claims might sound outrageous at first, but when you stack them next to Kanye's own lyrics and confessions, suddenly they don't feel that far-fetched anymore. The story just keeps unfolding in ways that no one expected. Y'all, listen, say what you want about Kanye West, but but one thing we can't ignore is how deeply layered and low-key tragic his story is. Like, beyond the headlines and viral moments, this man is carrying the kind of wounds most people never even speak on. Like, literally something changed the moment Kanye's mom died, because he kind of buried a part of him too. Like, the grounded, focused version of Ye disappeared with her, and ever since, it's been chaos, breakdowns, and a non-stop identity crisis on full display. And his behavior has been erratic, loud, controversial, wild, like nothing positive at all. And to top it all off, Kanye's upbringing wasn't the best, so we're not gonna try to pretend like this is questionable behavior that came out of nowhere. The truth is, when someone grows up surrounded by emotional chaos, toxic energy, and possibly even dark and inappropriate experiences as a child, it leaves permanent fingerprints on their soul. Since the brain of a child is literally still forming, those early experiences shape how we love, who we trust, and even how we see ourselves. Some traumas don't just hurt, they rewire you. That's why this convo around Kanye's mental and emotional state shouldn't be brushed off with memes. If you have ever been exposed to something disturbing or way too mature as a kid, you know that pain doesn't just vanish.
Yeah.
And when you mix that with fame, pressure, and the world constantly watching your every move, that is literally a recipe for chaos. Now, here's where it gets even messier. The thing is, Kanye's case is always rather complicated since he thrives in chaos and controversy. That has led many to wonder why, after all of these years of denying ever being with Jeffree, he suddenly volunteers this information, and Jeffree, whose middle name is literally Clout, confirms it to be true. What are the odds that out of nowhere Jeffree flips the script and throws out a tweet like, okay, F it, the rumors are true, with that freaky little emoji? And Kanye, already spiraling, didn't deny it either. In fact, he doubled down on being unpredictable, dropping lyrics and content that only hinted more and more at some kind of inner identity conflict. It's like he is not even hiding anymore. It is just all hanging out, raw, unresolved, and loud. On a plot twist though, many believe that Ye must be launching something in the near future, so he's trying to get people to turn their attention to him, but Kanye is so big, he never needs clout before dropping any major announcement, but he just kinda doesn't get it. Anyways, whether it was clout or truth, the internet lost it. Now, here we are discussing Kanye's sexuality, which isn't the real story. This is someone who is likely still that little boy, confused and hurting. Fame didn't heal him. If anything, it just gave his pain a microphone.
Yeah.
And honestly, for some of the most legendary creatives in history, pain has always been their inspo. That doesn't make it okay, but it does explain how someone can be both a musical genius and a walking breakdown. A perfect combination straight out of Hollywood. This person wrote, I don't care if he's bisexual or gay or whatever. It's the fact that he cheated on his wife and said some Nazi wild shit that bothers me. He needs serious help. Now, even more crap. It's diabolical. Someone else said, I feel bad for his children, not gonna lie. The decline in Ye's mental state over the past few years, as well as these recent truths being released, must be horrifying for them. And then this one read, bruh, get help. We are watching a man self-destruct in real time. And this is like so true because Kanye has literally been self-destructing this whole time. This whole time, people have been blaming Kim for the relationship falling apart. Kim K is regretting everything. Without a doubt, Kim must be regretting ever even meeting Kanye and having this permanent bond with him through the kids. However, it is actually Kanye who recently said he regrets having kids with Kim. Kanye West, I didn't want to have children. In a recent interview with DJ Academics on YouTube, West revealed that he regretted getting her pregnant as he did not want kids with her. That is my fault.
That was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan.
So yeah, Kanye might be battling something, but he's also trying to punish the people around him like Kim, and this is just sad. Like, he really needs help. So while the rest can laugh, create memes, or judge, many who have ever had to heal from something that they couldn't even say out loud, you get it. And they don't think any of this is funny. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys. See you in the next one.
Obviously, he needs help. To even say such a thing like this, whatever relationship he had with his cousin, fictional, true or not, he needs help. He needs healing. And yeah, Empire the movie already spoke about how lots of these artists put their pain into music and whatever. So for me, I just think he needs help ASAP. If not, others are most likely gonna hurt, and that is what we see happening in real time. But if you write about having incestuous relationship with your cousin, emphasis on cousin, it is help that is screaming from behind that you need help. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.